Hello there! Welcome back. Fortnite's new season just dropped and it's packed with Marvel goodness. 4 years after we defeated Galactus. This is the series we look at all the map changes on our beloved island, from the huge to the tiny, from the monumental to the simply ridiculous, all in the search of secret storyline details and lore. Please think about using code ADAMARU to support me this season. In return, we'll geek out together and uncover the secrets of Season 4, Chapter 5, Absolute Doom. So, Dr. Doom was revealed to be the mysterious wanderer lurking around the island, who has claimed the power inside Pandora's box and taken over this place, summoning his home of Latveria. Pandora's box now sits buried in the wasteland, and all the power it once had has been removed, sinking deeper into the dirt. Completely useless now. And it's what Doom is doing with that power that will make up the story of this season. Up at Castle Doom, we have a treasure trove of Easter eggs to go through. But first, let's look at the plumes of smoke outside, causing this area to be a little darker than the rest of the island. This is due to Doom's molten forge. We are told that Doom plans to integrate the powers found in Pandora's box with his own inside a new armor set to become Absolute Doom. The process will take a lot of time, so be sure to check back here regularly to see his progress. This mirrors how he forged his armor in the comic books, as it was grafted to his face before it had time to cool, melding and melting face and metal together. Here at Castle Doom, we can fight the man himself. Well, not really, because this is one of Doom's many Doom bots sent to keep order over Latveria. After defeating him, be sure to look at the throne on which he sits, because that is the remains of the Thing. The bright orange man who became one with a meteor and one of the founding members of the Fantastic Four is now a throne, and this blows my mind, it really does. And you've already guessed what we have to do next: find all the other members of the Fantastic Four. Locked in a glass case is Sue Storm, and the reason we can't see her is because she's the Invisible Girl, or Invisible Woman. Over at this location, you can find the leader of the group, Reed Richards. The elasticated man has been made into a ball that he can't escape from. This is so morbid, I love it. He's just memorabilia now. The final member of the group is found in Doom's bedroom. In here, you can also see a dartboard showing Doom's disdain for his nemesis, Reed Richards, but it's the fireplace we need to look at. Burning here, keeping the room warm, is the heart of Johnny Storm. His fire abilities are put to good use. It's clear now that Doom is the biggest threat to the island ever seen, and there is even more nods to his superhero unaliving spree. You'll stumble across the remains of Magneto, who must have tried to stand up against Doom, and has become yet another memento in this lavish lair. And across from that is the Silver Surfer's board torn to shreds. R.I.P. Silver Surfer, at least in this reality. Elsewhere, Moon Knight's Scarab Crescent is on show, and it looks like the robotic mains of Ultron, or maybe one of his bot army members, was also taken down by Doom. Doom has been a very busy boy, and we can't ignore a meme in Fortnite. If you get yourself to the rafters of Doom Castle, right at the very top, the iconic musical instrument played by the villain is here. Did you manage to ignore all the memes of this? I'll let Jack do the impressions.
Do not toot it!
Fool! Dr. Doom toots as he pleases.
Toot!
I'm sure I've missed tons more Easter eggs and secrets in Doom's castle. Please comment if you find any more that I didn't. Thank you very much. Before we leave, one last story beat to note. Here at the castle, it's possible to find a dark magic cauldron, and look what is beside it. That is Valeria's book from earlier in the chapter. She used it to search out Pandora's box, and now Doom is using the same one to unlock more secrets. By the way, is now a good time to remind everyone that Doom had a girlfriend named Valeria as a child. Is that a coincidence, or is that the same person? Out to sea is the biggest trophy in Doom's collection, the remains of Galactus. The villain of the 0 Point Saga 4 years ago has seen better days. Dr. Doom has blasted a hole straight through the once powerful World Eater. On closer inspection, we can see that this is not Galactus, well, not all of him, it's just his helmet. And in case you're wondering, the rest of his body is not under the sand, just his helm. And one last superhero nod as the Fantastic Four logo sits south of Doomstadt, broken and battered just like the 4 members of the team. And that brings me to two more areas of Dr. Doom's homeworld that are now on the island: Doom's courtyard and Doomstadt, the capital of Latveria. Things to note here are a little worrying. First, Doom's obsession with making monuments of himself, like everywhere, but also look how he treats his people. Security cameras are everywhere, even when watching TV. This is due to Doom creating the perfect society, free from hate and crime. Yet to achieve it, nobody is truly free here, as Big Brother is always watching. But this is Marvel and this is Fortnite, so someone will always be breaking the rules. And here in Doomstadt, a secret layer can be found behind a bookcase, leading to a room dedicated to Tony Stark's Iron Man. It's a shrine of merchandise down here. From life-size cutouts of the Metal Man, we have posters, we have attempts at making repulsor arms, and wait, there's even an Iron Man lava lamp, which is something I now need in real life too. A great nod to a video game is here. Marvel vs. Capcom is being played on the TV, and there's a themed pool table too. And get this, the greatest cosplay ever created. Iron Man has become Plastic and Cardboard Man. Totally ready for Comic-Con. Anyway, if you're ever in Doomstadt, be sure to stop in and geek out here. The last new POI is basically an intergalactic prison break. Down at what was Pleasant Piazza, Doom has summoned in the Raft, the detention facility from the Marvel universe that is effectively a supermax prison for superpowered criminals. The only problem is, there is no member of S.H.I.E.L.D. here to keep order, and the inmates have taken over. Emma Frost has made this her home and brought in her own throne room, complete with gold bars and diamond decorations. Also here is a room for a human-sized pussycat, complete with a scratching post and kitty litter too. Little details in many of the prisons have posters hanging, spreading the propaganda of Doom, and even a daily newspaper pullout talking about a feral Meowsles. And here is my favourite detail of the new season: Doom has his own ice cream company in this world, Victor Von Scoops. Oh, before we leave this place, when you do come here, be sure to seek out this lone prison cell. It will start a secret quest for Gwenpool. I won't spoil it for you, just be sure to visit here. Story-wise, we know the season will lead to a fight with Absolute Doom, and luckily another Wanderer last season has already put a plan in motion. Magneto revealed himself to be an ally and has set up rift beacons to allow help from other worlds to come to our island. The beacons remained where we saw them last season, except for one, at Sandy Steps. It's now been spun around. It may be nothing, I just thought it was worth mentioning. But these rift beacon points will be how heroes will come to save the day. I really hope that these bring back the Marvel chunks of land that we saw in Chapter 2. Those were genuinely amazing. Okay, a few little changes to bring you up to date. Hope's home at Sandy Steps no longer has Pandora's gems on the table. At the cave grotto that was taken over by Jack Sparrow last season has returned to the crustaceans' home, with the wobbly blobs taking genome leader Graham captive once again. They've been like this for like 2 months. Hopefully something including these will start very soon, as the prophecy posters at Restored Reels still tell us of a crustacean mutiny coming. Oh, and all over the island you will find these dig sites. Doom is excavating and looking for something. It's likely objects of power that we learnt about the last time Doom came to visit. In that comic book, his pursuit of power led him to try and steal many things, including a shard of the 0 Point, and this unexplained weapon that he left with. Maybe that is how he defeated Galactus and the Fantastic Four. And finally, the woman in the woods. A memorial statue sits all alone on the map, and this is Doom's late mother, Cynthia. She's also on many of the stained glass windows around here. Let me try and explain her lore extremely quickly. Cynthia Von Doom was a Latvian witch who looked to unleash a power to help her stand up against the persecution of her people in Latveria. She performed a ritual which summoned Mephisto, basically a devil-like being, who gave her demonic powers to fight back. This was actually a trick, as every life that Cynthia took was doubled as Mephisto took their children too. Pretty dark, even for Marvel. Cynthia couldn't live with the guilt and renounced her powers and was struck down by the guards she came to fight. She was then dragged to hell by Mephisto. Doom's dad, on the other hand, was blamed for another death in the village and was forced to go on the run with his son until he could run no more and his father passed away, leaving Victor alone, and he vowed to avenge both his parents, developing skills in both science and dark magic. And ultimately, Dr. Doom developed a time travel device that could reach into the depths of hell itself. because he wanted to go to hell and save his mother. But that is a story for another time. Just know that Doom loves his mama very, very much. Okay, I think you've had enough of my voice in your ear holes. If I've missed anything, be sure to leave a comment below and I will pin it. I'm going to start myth chasing now, and next week we'll do a full lore breakdown of the story of the season without me waffling like this, because it can't be fun for you. I'm Adam, you're awesome, it's been a pleasure. I'll see you next time.